Back at Levi's Stadium, we go right to the man who made the trade of Trey Lance to the Dallas Cowboys, General Manager John Lynch.
All right, guys, go ahead. Yeah.
Maybe go over the timeline, how you said that it might have accelerated today when more teams got into this.
You know, I guess that was Wednesday when Kyle informed Trey of the decision with Sam being the number 2. And, you know, I think that led to just some organic conversations between them. And Kyle came up to my office and just said, hey, you know, as we started talking, you know, Trey's like he always is. He's all in. But he, you know, he did suggest and ask, you know, hey, if we could find the right opportunity, that he would appreciate that. You know, he also said he'd be here and continue to compete. And you know, I had a chance then to talk to Trey's agent, and you know, I gave him my word that you know, I'd look and see what's out there. So we started that process, and you know, it culminated today with Dallas happening, and you know, it felt like a long time, but it was really a short period of time, a couple days, where we're talking to teams, and teams are reaching out to us, and you know, the end result was what we ended up with.
Give them permission to seek a trade, and is that what happened?
We kind of worked on it together, and I told Patrick Collins is his rep. I told Patrick, you know, feel free to go out and, you know, find teams if you want. So we kind of kept in communication during the process, and you know, want to let you guys know Trey was tremendous during this whole thing. Handled it, you know, as well as you could, and just asked if there is a good landing spot. You know, I'd be appreciative of that, but if I'm here, I'm here. Yeah.
It's traded up to get him. You gave up all those picks.
Yeah.
Why give up on a guy who's only 23 years old and only halfway through that contract?
Yeah, it's a fair question, and it's something we talked a lot about internally. You know, ultimately, you know, with Brock being healthy, number 1, and you know, we're excited about that. Sam being the number 2. The reality, it's not the way everybody works it, but with our system, the number 1 takes a lot of reps. The number 2 takes the scout team reps. It's just not a whole lot of opportunity. You know, I heard Kyle talk about it, to get better, and that's what he needs to do. He needs to play to get better. I think that's going to be his opportunity. Play, I mean, ideally games, but play is running scout team. Play is doing all those things. We weren't going to have that, and so how do you allow a player to grow? And so, you know, back to what we put into him, you know, we take, believe me, you know, we take full accountability. We own that. And, you know, but as I said, you know, on TV today, I think his story is very much unwritten. I've got a lot of belief in the kid, and you know, think with his talent, with his work ethic, he's going to forge a nice, you know, career in this thing. And so, love the kid. You know, Kyle and I, when we broke the news to him today, saw him light up a little bit, and he loves it here. He was very appreciative of the opportunity. You know, like Trey. Typical Trey, he apologized to us, and there was nothing for him to apologize for. And we're happy that he's got a spot, and you know, the Cowboys came up big, and I think that's an indication that they're excited to have him, and we're excited for Trey's new opportunity, and we'll always be big fans.
It's not an optimal time to have to trade someone. I mean, are you pleasantly surprised that you got a floor under these conditions?
You know, it's not what it looked like when we first started having conversation. It wasn't anywhere close, so it did advance in a hurry today. You know, and so, you know, not doing cartwheels over it, because my preference would have been that it worked out, and it didn't. And there's circumstances for that, and we can explain them away, but the reality is the reality. He had a couple opportunities. I think injuries played a part, and you know, where we're at as a team, we felt like this was the best situation for us, also the best situation for him.
Trey fell behind Brock, which is understandable, but I think a lot of people don't understand how Trey fell behind Sam Darnold. Especially, we were there, we watched every snap, and I don't think it was clear to us that Sam was clearly better. What happened?
I think it was a tight battle, Grant, and I think Kyle would say the same thing. But ultimately, coaches are paid to make those decisions, and they felt collectively that Sam had separated himself, and that wasn't for lack of Trey competing his tail off and and he improved greatly. So I think we were real proud of the effort he made. Sam has had a really good camp, and you see Sam's arm talent, his abilities. I think he's a good, the same reasons why we were interested in bringing him here have kind of come to fruition. Now it's got to go happen, but ultimately we felt that was the best decision, and then I explained from there.
A couple more,
Go ahead, Eric. Yeah.
As usually when leagues make a move like this for a quarterback,
Yeah.
it doesn't work out, and it sets them back.
Right.
Forever.
Right.
Obviously, this is not the case with you guys.
Yeah.
You get full credit for you, Brock Purdy.
Yeah.
Have you and John ever, humorously or otherwise, just said, man, we're really lucky?
Yeah. Try not to look at things like that, Eric. This thing's not an exact science, but when you put that much into a player, it usually is, really tough to rebound from. Fortunately, we've been able to continue to grow this team, to make this team better, and we were very fortunate for Brock to become what he's become. Now he's got to continue to do it, but the early returns are good, and everything from his rookie year to the somewhat I won't say miraculous, but he made a hell of a return, and with some hurdles in there, starting surgery late and all that, for him to be where he's at. And we had to open our eyes and say, okay, he's cleared, but is he ready? And he kept showing us that he was. And then the other things transpired that led us to where we're at.